What's up, devil dogs? My rig's still broken. My rig is still broken. What's the word, fam? Happy Sunday. Sunday. UCLA basketball lost. Just a sad day in the sports world. Sad day for all mankind there. I threw out my back. Whole mess of things went wrong. Cheers, boys. Sunday. Sunday, Monday, happy days. Tuesday, Wednesday, happy days. Saturday, what a day. Cruising all week with you. Oh, happy days. These days are all happy days. Hello, blues. I owe you. Oh man, I can't sing the. I can't. Happy days, man. Hey, legendary princess. What's going on? I'm coming in to say, I hope you're having a great day. Much love, respect, and positivity. Hey, legendary princess. Semper Fi. Thank you for the kind words. And I am. It's a good day. I hurt my back on Friday, so I didn't stream on Friday. I didn't even go to work. I threw out my back. So another wartime injury sets me back, but a little relaxation and ibuprofen and icy hot, and came back to life Saturday, and today's Sunday. I got a little ache and pain in my back, but other than that, we're doing good. Took my nephews out to see like a medieval time Pirates of the Caribbean thing. It was pretty cool. That's where I originally just threw out my back, having fun with my nephews, and then now I'm gonna go to my nephew's house and then go to a baseball game. So fun, man. Yeah, everything's good. Everything's positive. Hey, what's up, John? Hey, what's up, guys? Oh, what's up, brother? Your fellow Canadian patriot. I'm from across the little land of the lost out there. What's up, John Semper Fi, brother? Hell yeah. What's up, Jackson Ransom? Hey, Bobo da hobo. What's up, Devil Dog Semper Fi? What's going on, fam? Yeah, we love we got good Canadian patriots up there, brother. Doesn't matter where you're born, if you're a patriot, you're good in our book, man. Semper Fi. All that craziness, political stuff, from one patriot to another, we know where everyone stands. Even if you're a Canadian patriot and you meet another American patriot, we're basically on the same page. All right? The little pond where we all once fought side by side. Oh, still fight. It's a good documentary of like World War II, when the American troops, the Canadian troops, and I think the British troops all hit the beach on like D-Day, Normandy, and stuff like that. It's pretty amazing stuff. I forget what it was. It wasn't just like some normal. It was like freaking thing. It was how like the Canadian military was very good at certain things because of what, your guys' geography, training in Canada, doing, how you guys were born and raised. I forget what it was exactly, damn it. I'm actually kind of upset because I was like, oh, this is because I always hear about like, the British hit the beach, but they don't specifically like get into specifics of like why British troop hit the beaches right here and why the Canadian troops did it. And they explained it to me, but I totally forgot. I'm drawing a blank, but it was good, man. It was really good. It was good. Yeah, we're the thing with like politics and all this nonsense with Canada and Trump just does it to push his agenda one way or another. We're all brothers on the side of many different lines. Oh yeah, and there is an enemy out there that most patriots understand that, there is a weird communist, smell of bullshit out there. It's coming from the United States, it's coming from Canada, it's coming from the other parts of Europe, and yeah, it's that weird wokeness. Everyone holds hands, and we all need to give up more of our money, and it's that's what we're really fighting over, to be honest. Hey, what's up, Bryce and Simplify, guys? What's going on, Devil Dogs? It's a good week. I just decided I'm going to my nephew's baseball game. Decided to jump on here and show you guys around town, and yeah, it'll be like another 30 minute. Hey, Longbeard, what's up, brother? That's why in acts of war, there's still merciful things we do. Oh yeah, when there's a huge threat, absolutely, John. We have an election coming up in a month. We will vote Pierre Paul. Oh, I love Pierre Paul, man. That's what you guys need up there. You guys need someone to tell Trump to shut up. But it's not like an anti-Trump thing. It's someone that can just talk to Trump about doing business. When someone likes to do business and all you hear is political talk, that's why you hear Trump making fun of like Trudeau and stuff. It's just not. They're two different people talking about two different things. We do geography from grade 2 all the way up to high school in classes. Geography, then the hooks, the right ones, and no landmarks. I mean, I like Trump, and I know nothing will happen. We are getting them out of our government this year. Good, man. Or riots will happen. Good. Yeah, it's we had the same problem in the United States with the far left, man. I mean, so I always say that. So, like, just kind of my personal view or my personal, knowledge of society and history kind of repeats itself. I just every time, like, I watch a documentary on another country going to war, or even way back when the war ends and all those boys come home, it's like there's I really can't name another, like, well, like after World War I, all the Russian guys that surrendered, the government kind of collapsed, and all those dudes that were fighting in the front lines all went home, and then you saw like a Bolshevik revolution. Germany, World War I, kind of the same thing. All those boys went home. Then you saw National Socialism. The United States, when they ended the war, my war in like 2017, then Afghanistan, it was just like 2021. There's I always just kind of, it takes a while for the country to like re-grip itself, and there's always a weird, and see, in our country, and like, this is just total me just thinking random out loud, like a new thought. Like, most countries will do this weird pendulum swing into something new. A new government will come into place, new ideas, ends up being bad or good or whatever. Mostly they all end up being bad. When it happens to America, it's like a lot of the veterans and the guys that come home don't really do anything. They just kind of go home, and then you saw like how America went like from Obama to really like then boom, then it got really woke, and now we're kind of back on track of Americana stuff. I don't know, kind of me spitballing. If anybody wants to jump in that one, I'm not sure what I was really saying, but just the fact that so many people are gone during wartime, and then all of a sudden you'll get a lump sum of people coming back from the war into the United States, and it gets I would say, like, politically, when that happens, that gets very janky for politicians. I guess that's a better way of stating it. a lot of love making after war. Yeah, the baby boomer. Yeah, a lot of love making. Yeah, it gets quiet. I always say after a big war and the veterans and all, like, just not even like just the country tones down. it gets like real soft, and then it gets back to normal, you know? Because I just say, like, look at, Obama's term to Trump's term, and then to Biden's term, and then Trump's next term. If you look at the players, I always like Tulsi Gabbard's a veteran. Matt, or what's his name from, a lot of the people that Trump picked are all veterans. I'm like, oh, that's interesting. Yeah, something to think about. Trudeau has his new Carney guy that automatically got elected with no say. It's shady. Oh yeah, John, that's weird, man. Like, didn't like Trudeau wasn't like he stepped down, right? He lost confidence in his party or something. So he kind of had to step down, and they did a Kamala. It's the same thing the Democrats did with Kamala. It's like, instead of like saying, hey, we don't have a leader right now, but this is our message. We just need someone to, that we all agree on, and we'll vote for them. But, it takes time. You got to sit people down and have a good conversation. Who wants to lead the party? And we'll all kind of vote and agree. Nope. They just said, this guy's next. Boop, throw him in there. That means like there's no real ideas, it's just a stable of bullshit. It's like it's taking. I mean, it would be like if the like Trump movement, the Republican Party, it was an old way of thinking until Trump got in. Now it became, the Republican Party is the new hip, cool thing to be. If once Trump exits stage left and someone else comes in, if they don't really believe in that idea, it's going to crush the party, politically. We had World War II vets in the asylums in the 80s. They were forced to fight as a teen. Oh my God. And came back, and we locked them up for the rest of their lives. Whoa. Where was this, Bryson? What? In the asylums in the 80s? Oh shit, man. Like I said, boys, when there's a draft and a war and the government decides that everyone's expendable, well, it's not so much the government, it's the politicians. Because politicians, are the ones that really get in a pissing contest and with other countries. Yeah, they'll it's happened here in World War I and World War II for sure. And we put the Japanese in concentration camps in California. Because goddamn, we didn't know, man. Like, imagine, like, in the 1930s, like, all of a sudden Japan bombs your country. Everyone probably freaked, dude. Freaked out, man. I mean, we freaked out so much in California. We put people in concentration camps. I mean, concentration camps kind of gives a bad name, but camps. Yeah, Japan, the Japanese were kind of treated kind of bad, but that comes with the territory, man. You look one way if your country it's just human nature, I guess. Like after 9/11 or the Wuhan virus, like I know a lot of people got real pissed off at people that look Chinese. Oh, it's so sad. Remember a Democrat opened the Japanese camp? Oh, really? I didn't know that. The Democrat Party, from my understanding, Devil Dogs, correct me if I'm wrong, the Democrat Party is the rebels, right? Not the American Revolution rebels like where we were, but they're the rebels as the Confederate rebels, the Democrat Party. Because we were just called the Union, right? And then the Civil War happened. Then what political parties came after that? We stopped calling us the Union, and it became the Democrats and Republicans, and the Democrats are from the South, right? Yo, Battle, what's up, man? Battle affiliated, you know something like this. I don't. I'm full of knowledge. Remember, Democrats. Yeah. So, isn't the Democrat Party the actual Southern from the Civil War? Because they always, the Democrats always call Republicans racist, right? But if I'm not mistaken, the Democratic Party was formed after the rebellion or the Confederacy lost. And their political goal was to make it seem like they weren't those people. And then they formed into a communist party where they will trick you into thinking that they're for you by saying, if you vote for me, I'll end racism and stuff like that. But I think the Democratic, if I'm not mistaken, insane the amount of freedom fighters from all countries are fighting in Ukraine right now, mercenaries too. Oh yeah. I've heard ex-Marines going down there, army dudes. I've heard just regular old civilians. I want to get some. If you want to fight a war, man, that's the perfect place to go. And it's like multiple different wars on multiple fronts, right? You got the World War I trench war fighting. You got tanks, 2025 drones flying around. You have you can see like the era, there's the battlefields, it's not shifting fast enough. So like in the wars I fought, we never allowed like trench warfare to happen. We never allowed that. We moved too fast. If you move slow like both armies doing, they're gonna dig in, they're gonna fight like World War I, they'll fight like World War II. The slow moving battlefield, but they still have like Wi-Fi and shit. It's weird. Give me a sec, boys. In a couple minutes I'm gonna stop in. I gotta grab something from inside. I woke up with a bloody nose today too, man. I don't know what it is. World War I, so they were in their late 80s. In the 80s, jeez. Yeah, in World War, well, shoot, man. My grandpa died he fought in World War II. He died when he was like 84. Those wars had to been just weird, man. Like, it was just the front line, no really maneuvers. I don't know. All right, boys, give me a sec. Hey, what's up, devil dogs? What up, devil dogs? You guys need to get one of these, man. These things are the best. It's for your car. Where's the power? Yeah. It works really well, man. Just the convenience. You got an old car, you know it's gonna die, or you know you don't start a car enough, you know that battery is gonna go out on you. I always have it in my truck. Always have it in my truck. Football practice time, boys. We got things to do. I'm already late. I had one of those, but it's bigger. Hey, what's up, Jesse? Jesse Chapman Sr., how you doing, sir? What's up, fam? Remember a Democrat opened the Japanese camps? Oh, yeah. What's up, Paul? What's up, Mr. Hey, Mr. Good Citizen. What's up, brother? No, mine's bigger. No, mine's bigger. No, they're good, man. I remember I asked one of those. I was talking to my dad and my brother. I was like, dude, you know, you guys know how much one of those things are, is the self jump battery packs. And I remember this is a long time ago. So I go and get one, you know, and I've had it forever, and probably like 5 or 6 years now, and I always keep it in my truck because I'm always waiting for that one time you walk outside of somewhere and you can't start your car, and it's a big parking lot, like after a baseball game, like Angel Baseball, and you gotta wait for the tow truck. I hate that. So I bought it, and ever since then, every so often we use it. It's really good, man. It helps. Where are we going? Same old, same old. All right, not bad, Mr. Chapman. As long as same old is okay. You know, that's okay. Kind of boring, but okay. You know what I'm saying? At least you got your health and everything else. Is it illegal to carry a gun in California? Yes. If you get, like, if you have, well, no. I mean, you could carry a gun. Like, okay, so if you carry it, like, okay, are you saying like carry a gun outside your waistband, like in a holster where everyone can see it? Yes. Yes, you can't. Yeah, you can't walk into a store with it. Will anybody really say anything? You know, if you're an adult and you look like you know what you're doing, probably not. Someone might say, hey, man, go home. Like, put that away. Like, it's not needed so much in California as it would be if you lived in Oklahoma. Yeah, I wouldn't say that would be a smart thing to do in California, but you're allowed. I mean, I carry my guns with me all the time, so it's just in California you just don't get caught. You know, that's, I guess, I wouldn't recommend walking. You can't. Yeah, you can. Yeah, I used to carry my gun with me all the time, so it just depends on who you are and what you believe. To be quite honest, if it's illegal and you get caught with it, the cop will take your gun away, go out and buy a new one. You know, it's that simple. He might give you a ticket. I don't even know. Like, hey, you know, officer, I got a gun on me. He would probably say, you know, there's, you know, you can't be carrying around. There's no legal you can't be legal carry. You don't have the permit or a gun. Whatever, dude. Like all the laws that are attached to the Second Amendment ownership, I break them all the time. The state of California can't really tell an American citizen what he can and cannot buy as a firearm, you know, or what he can and cannot do. If you get caught with it and like the police have a deal with it, then just let it go and the cops will take it away and you get a little fine for, you know, not having the right paperwork. You pay the fine and just go on with your day. It's not a big deal, you know. But you can in California get a carried concealed permit. My buddy has one. It's him and his wife, and he said it's honestly not that hard, especially if you're a veteran and stuff like that, you know. Outlaw the gun, and only outlaw will have them. Yep, that's right, Mr. Good Citizen. You have a mag restriction. Yes, Bryson, we do. It went from 12 to 10, and then the AR-15s went from 25, 30 rounds per mag to 10. But again, I wait. I know they passed that, but they passed that a while ago, but because all my magazines that I have through the military, those are illegal in California. So I have like 50 of these damn magazines. I think they ruled it unconstitutional. I don't know. Yeah, but I think there is one. I'm not sure if they overruled it or underruled it or whatever. But yeah, you can't have, it's stupid. But that's the thing, man. Like, if you buy an AR-15 or anything like that, the gun that it won't, like, California is trying to do it best of both worlds. They're not being like New York, where they completely banned them, where I don't think you can really buy a gun in New York, can you? Like, they don't have a gun store in downtown Manhattan. They're trying to play both rules, out here. They said you can't have a drop button for a magazine. So in California, you bust it open like a shotgun and load it from but no one buys those. No one buys those. Like, that's a California thing. But if you're gonna buy a rifle, you just buy the rifle the right way. You buy the lower receiver, you fix it up. You buy the upper receiver and you attach them. You don't buy the damn thing together, right? If you buy a whole AR-15 together, then it's gonna come manufactured to not work properly and be fucking stupid. Or you just buy, and you can do that in California. So it's a communist way of living out here. You understand the California state government will do things to make them sound better, but they will leave loopholes around everything. It's weird because they don't really do anything out here. I guess you just buy the upper and lower boom and attach them, and now you have an illegal or legal fire people in California that is registered in California. But it will break every law that they've just recently passed, because now once you built one, you have the drop button thingy button, drop mag button. You'll have an extended magazine, because that's basically the only magazines you can buy, unless you purposely go out and buy a 10-round mag. The whole thing becomes illegal. So, like, if you even make a rifle and it's California registered and all that, but you made it, part by part, it'll be incredibly illegal. So it's like they when you go to a gun store, you look at the AR-15s and go, oh, I can just make one, just as better and probably cheaper, and it won't have all these weird manufacturing problems to it, But it looks so pretty after it rains out here in California. So, I'll show you guys. If you guys heard of the Manson family, what's up? What was the last book you read? Red Badge of Courage, Math for Marines. So out here, if you guys know the Manson family, that Leslie Van Helton girl, she went to prison out here and she just was released. There's a big prison out here there's a big female prison where I live. It's like you're growing up and you got like a famous person. You're like, oh yeah, that's like our thing to fame. Where I live, the big, we're gonna much pass it. I'm about to go see my grandma and I don't want to. Oh, go see your grandma, man. Your grandma would love you. I made them when I lived in California. Freeman, don't ask permission. That Idaho life. What's up, brother? Yeah, like I understand the laws and stuff, but I don't ask for permission. I just do it. You know, if I need to carry a gun on me for some reason, I just carry one on me. You know, I don't care if I can or cannot, and if I get caught with it, and I'll tell the officer, hey man, I got a PPO on me. It's in my waistband. You know, it's cocked and ready to rock, or it's on condition 3 or condition 4 or whatever. Then, you know, you take it. They'll write you a little citation. Hey man, you got to have a permit to walk around with these things. I said, yeah, sure. I'll take the ticket. I'll pay it off, and I'm on my way. You know, I'll still carry. You know, if your life doesn't need to be asked for permission. You know, great job recycling Russian liberalism propaganda. What's up, Eli? I don't know. I don't care. I don't want to know. I don't want to throw. She smells like a bar. She smells like a bar. Not bad, huh? We don't have any restrictions here. Yeah, not in Idaho, man. California is not a Ninth Circuit found it legal, gonna be appealed. Ah, okay. Well, hey, Devil Dog, want me to send you some normal mags? Shit, man, I would love it, Idaho life. I got some old mags from the United States Marine Corps when I got out. You know, I got a couple of those, but they're you know, they're pretty beat up and stuff. Find some accurate and new material. Yeah, dude. What's up, Bryson? Here, you can open carry if you're 21. With California, I understand. So I understand, you know, I think California is okay when it comes to the Second Amendment, as in, it's like if you're leaving Oklahoma or Idaho, it's so vast, and I'd never been to Idaho. Oh wait, yeah, I've been to Idaho. I went up to South Dakota. Yeah, but if you call 911, they're not going to ever show up. There's just too vast of a distance. You know, wild animals are everywhere. When I was driving out to South Dakota, bro, you need a gun out there. You need a gun. It's just too open, you know, too vast of a distance. You know, if you ever get in trouble and you need a firearm. For California, you still have, you know, if you do call 911, the cops will show up pretty decent time. That's why you're still, you know, we're still heavy on firearms out here, but at the same time, it's getting, I don't know, I can see the game they're playing for the most part. But most of the officers that you deal with out here are born and raised out here. They understand, you know, it's when you go closer to the major cities, you know, the officers out there don't play no games, you know. They don't play no games because everyone's just so tight to each other, you know, so the more distance you have between people, the more you're gonna have a weapon between, you know. And people don't get that either, you know. People go out to strange places where they you should know that everyone's carrying, you know. California is a hit or miss, but I know a lot of people carry. My buddies all carry. You know, they all, whether they're left leaning or right leaning, doesn't matter what race or religion they are, they all carry. You know, they're all Second Amendment people, all of them. And that's why I told my buddies once, because some of them voted, you know, Obama, you know, everyone, at least at once, was kind of a Democrat, you know. But at the same time, I was like, how can you guys ever still vote, you know, left, when the only political party that wants to get rid of your Second Amendment is the left? It's insane. You can't have it both ways, guys. You can't. You see, there's a firing range right there. Oh yeah, you guys are looking at my ugly mug. California is okay with Second Amendment. They try to get woke sometimes, but it never really works. I never met anyone that's gotten in trouble for possession. Actually, one guy shot a gun in the air and he did like 10 years. Democrats used to be reasonable, yeah? I protect my Second Amendment with my First Amendment with my Second Amendment. Absolutely. Toes trucking. Have you seen these videos of Second Amendment auditors, people filming in public? So funny. Oh, yeah. I always, they're kind, yeah, I see the guy, they'll go like in front of a police station or something, or like a FBI headquarters, and they'll film, sit there and kind of film. And see, the officers that come out and like bug the people that are filming are I would almost say beyond, like, who cares? That's a little weird. That's a little weird, because I worked for a police department, dude. Someone could have filmed me and I would have not cared less, but it's like a little power trip, I see those videos. They're pretty funny. Sovereign citizen videos are funny. Oh, Bobo, yeah, dude, those are the best, dude. When the cop pulls them over and they refuse, I don't need an ID. Oh, I'm traveling. I'm not driving a motor vehicle. I'm traveling. It's like, you can be whatever you want, brother. Here's the thing that no one really, you could be an alien from the moon. It doesn't matter. The roads that you drive in, the roads that you see, this big ass highway here in California, that's not my highway. That's the California Highway Patrol's highway. So if an alien wants to come here and wants to travel, the minute they get on this highway, they can be pulled over by the CHP, and that's the bottom line. There's no. You're using the California State Troopers highway. It's not your highway. Your only property is your driveway. You can be a sovereign citizen on your own property for all, no one would ever care. But the minute you go outside your own property, you're in someone else's game. Let's go right here. Yeah. Are you going to be on later? No. I'm going to be at a baseball game all day and throwing the football around with my nephew. I gotta help him with the quarterback skills. I'll be playing football for the next 4 to 5 hours here, watching baseball, watching one of my nephews play, and then helping one practice. Hopefully I don't throw out my back again. I didn't go live Friday, guys. If you guys were waiting for me, I threw out my back Thursday at the Pirate of the Caribbean dinner. I tried to pick up my nephew and I went down like a sack of potatoes. Kind of sucked. I held it together because I didn't want my nephews to see their uncle, at a weakened state. But okay, bye. See you tomorrow. Later, tow trucking. We'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, bright and early, devil dogs. Bright and early. Saw a video of a guy filming a military installation. When the MPs show up, he's so done yet. Filming a military installation is a little different. Yeah, if you film a police building outside, the sidewalk, and you videotape all the cops getting in and out of their personal car and jerking each other off, that's your God-given right in the United States. You can film anyone at any time, and especially people in uniform, especially cops, especially a police department. A military base, that's not a good idea, because there's only one reason to film a military base: either to piss off the people that you're filming, or to get some weird sort of intel. Which, once again, guys, I'll tell you this right now: if you ever look at a military base and you just think about what's happening in there, the one thing you will find out very quick is that no one really wants to be there, and there's not cool stuff on a military base. It's basically old It smells kind of bad because it's so old, and it's a lot of stuff is just old, you know. There's not like a super secret, you know, stuff. I never, unless I never saw it, you know. I was guarding a bunch of cool stuff, but it's nothing you can't Google, you know. Or the only thing you can't film. Yeah, they get real butthurt if you start shoving a camera. Yeah, you just filming anything military is just, it's not a good idea because it just doesn't matter. Like filming people in the military brings no, like filming a police department and doing all that like First Amendment stuff that you see online. It's kind of funny, but kind of at the same time, it's like, we know what you're doing, man, but as an American citizen, you know, you can film whatever you want. You know, honestly, you can film a military base all you want. It doesn't really matter. Nothing's gonna, you know. I like how they build little things here. It's weird, but I mean, the guys that you film on a military base are just 18-year-old dudes that want to go home. You know, it's right in the Constitution, though. Oh yeah. Except Area 51, yeah, that's a different beast, dude. Except Area 51. This place is cool. I like coming here. It's like a what's that? Angels in the Outfield, or what's that one where they build if you build it, it will come. In the cornfield, the baseball park in the cornfield, and that's how this place is. It's pretty cool. Yeah, see, I told you guys, California's got some cool stuff. It's right in the Constitution, though. Yeah. If you can't see it from public, you can film it. Yeah. Yeah. All right, devil dogs. This is it for me. I was just jumping on to say what's up and see how everyone's doing. Sorry about not going live on what day? Do I know that person? Going live on Friday, but I threw out my back, man, so it's all good in the hood, fam. It's all good. Another day, another dollar. Look at that old oh yeah, they did make a little, the Sandlot. Yeah, this is basically the Sandlot. Sandlot. I gotta turn around. You kind of see the field right here. It's pretty nice, man. And California's got some cool stuff. Anyways, devils, I'm out of here. Have a blessed day. Peace. Bobo, later. Semper Fi, man. Ransom Jackson, I love you guys. Yeah, without you, man, I wouldn't even be here. Who knows where I would be, man. Hanging out with you guys does a lot for me mentally. And makes me stay motivated, makes me stay positive, and God bless America and start your engines. How's the boot licking going today? Not bad. Mysterious 420. Not bad. I licked some American boots today, so it's better than the Chinese tasting off-brand boots. It's not bad, brother. But I'm out of here, fam. I'm going to enjoy the baseball game. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning, and Semper Fi. Peace.